Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Superstar SEO Q&A video number 3. In this video, we're going to be talking majorly about client getting. So if you are an SEO and you're looking to get more clients, you're definitely in the right place. So get comfortable, get strapped in, and let's get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
Question number 1. Do you disavow links? When and why? Mainly, yes I do. Mainly when I know it's a link from a bad source and I know it's causing a problem and I can't remove it personally. So not often, but if it's a link that's bad that I can't remove personally, then I'll disavow it, like if it got picked up from an adult site or something like that. Hi Chris. Hello. How much do you charge clients? And once they sign up, what's your process for improving their site? The price is different for every single client. I don't have packages. I custom quote every client that I work with. Once they sign up, what's the process for improving their site? I mean, that's a pretty big question. Obviously, SEO is a huge thing. The first thing I would do is start by optimizing the on-page. Sometimes that alone, by straightening out the URLs and the content and the H tags and the images and so on, you'll be surprised how much effect that has on their ranking. And the fact that you can get them an improvement right out of the gate usually makes them pretty happy, and they like you from then on. So hopefully that helps. What is smart SEO? I don't know what that means, so I'm going to be a smart ass and say that smart SEO is SEO that improves the site's ranking. How to earn from Facebook? Again, this is a pretty vague question. So what I'm going to say is, if you mean ads, then, I don't know, target the right people and get them to do what you want, whether it's collect their email or make an e-commerce sale or something like that. If you mean like organically, build up a following, give them some content, give people some content, create groups, create pages, and just interact with them as best as you can and give them some information that they can use, and then you can earn their trust and sell to them. How many hosting accounts do you have in your portfolio for PBNs? So I don't have a hard number for you, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you, but I use IP networks a lot, and I'll leave you a link for that if you want. For a lot of my PBN hosting, I have some on Easy Blog networks, and I have some on individual dedicated hosts. So I don't know this number even if I could give it to you. So a lot is the best answer I can give you. Where to learn SEO from? Explain key concepts, tips, and tricks of SEO. The first place I suggest you start is in my Facebook group and the free training that I have in there. And if you have a budget, for now I suggest you go to Source University. It's like source-wave.com/university and sign up for that. Eventually I'll have an option for you for that as well, but for now those are the two best places. As far as concepts, tips, and tricks, it's too much to explain in one video, but you'll get those from training. When doing GSA blast to Web 2.0s, Meetup, Blogspot, YouTube, etc., that you are trying to rank, what do you do about anchor text? Do you just use these with generic text and naked URLs, or do you use only the keywords that you are trying to rank for on that page when setting up blast? GSA allows you to kind of diversify it, so I'm not going to give you strict amounts because, well, it's just I don't want somebody to go out and copy this, but you can break it up between keywords and generic and URL and so on. So just probably lean more heavily towards generic and brand and URL, and then mix in some keywords as well. But there are other ways to go about it as well, so you're probably better off asking somebody else for that. Chris, if you had $200 to spend on Konker for the SEO of a new site, how would you spend it? Social profiles and citations probably would be the first thing. If you need content, obviously you start with that, but yeah, social profiles, citations, and then some other types of foundational links like social links like SendWire or something like that. And that might be not enough to get you to 200. So after that, I would do some social signals, and if you have anything left over, get some decent PBNs. So I don't want to go into specific gigs because I'm not really here to promote anything in this particular video, but yeah, so social profiles and citations. What's the most effective way you've gone about getting clients? Referrals. My best clients have all come from referrals, from either like other professionals that I work with or from previous clients. Beyond that, it's just being out there, like having your site ranked for a lot of stuff, having a lot of content out there, being prominent within the community, and having people come to you. The best clients are going to be ones that seek you out rather than ones that you outreach to. So hopefully that answers that. How do you suggest getting your first client, not including asking friends and family? It just depends on what you're comfortable with. If you're somebody that can go in person and talk to people and do well with it, I would suggest like meetups and Chamber of Commerce type meetings. If you'd rather sit behind your keyboard, then you can try Facebook ads or going on LinkedIn and reaching out to people gently. Cold email works. It's a numbers game, but you can get clients that way. I got my first paid client that way. So yeah, those would be the main three. There's some other like more advanced ones like the meetup method that I've shown, but that's basically the three that I would do. Besides citations and social profiles / signals, what's the most effective way to push rankings and local results, especially a service area where no address comes up on the listing? These two techniques recommended by OMG Dudes: geotagged images saved with keywords uploaded GMB listing page, or creating maps in Google, stacking up the citation. Besides citations and social profile, to push rankings and local results. PBNs. I mean, whether you're talking about, I'm not sure if you're talking about organic or map, but it doesn't really matter. PBNs are what's going to get you up there. Like the more you increase your site authority and the more you relate it to a particular keyword, that's going to be what pushes you up in both organic and map rankings once you've done all the other things that you mentioned here. So hopefully that helps. Best backlinks you've ever bought? I don't know. I don't know. I have some suggested things in the group. Those are probably the best ones. Charity links are nice too if you can find some good ones that haven't been overdone. So hopefully that helps. Did you ever lower your cost if the client isn't paying? Hell no. I get paid at the beginning of the month, or I don't work that month. And I absolutely will not lower my cost. In fact, if they aren't paying, they're probably going to get fired unless they give me a good reason, and it has to be a really good reason and like a 1 month only type thing, because I know that shit does happen sometimes. But no, if they're consistently not paying me, then they're fired, and I wouldn't lower my price for anybody ever. Like, you have to remain in the position of power. So if you're not getting paid, you need to fire them, because don't think of it as that money you're losing, because you're not getting paid anyway. So how many links to rank my site? Well, I actually have a very specific number to give you on that. So hopefully this will answer your question for you. There you go. That's your answer. Number 1. Okay, seriously, do you use any other video sites than YouTube for ranking? Ever get success with it? No, unfortunately not. I just think that Google doesn't rank those other types of videos very much. So no, I don't. And it's unfortunate because Vimeo is a much better platform, and it really is a lot more sophisticated. But no, it doesn't rank, so it's not worth the effort. At least not for SEO. There are other uses for those platforms, but now ranking it isn't going to happen. Not in my experience. A to Z guide for ranking any site. Man, that's too much to answer in one video, and there's no one set formula anyway. Follow the training in the group and in my course, and then if you need more, you can go to Source University and get some stuff from there. So it's just too much to lay out in one video, and it's a kind of a how long is a piece of string type question. So how do you find new clients? Cold calling, cold emailing, or paid ads? Wow, lots of questions about clients today, or something else entirely. At this point, I make them come to me, but that's probably not the answer you're looking for. I kind of answered this in a previous question already, but yeah, all of those things work, as well as going to live events like meetups and chambers of commerce and things like that. So yeah, just do that and just take the advice from earlier in the video, and then also try to make sure that you're out there a lot and in a position to make people come to you. So you'll get better clients that way. What are the things from a client perspective you can inspect and look at to make sure that your SEO developer is doing good for your business in the long and short term? The only thing the client needs to be worried about is running their business and if their rankings are improving. Although if they are, then they need to leave their SEO alone and let them do their job. They're not your employee. They don't work for you. They're a paid, trained, skilled professional that you're paying to do a certain thing. And anything else beyond that is not their responsibility. So if your rankings are improving, leave them alone and let them do their job. If not, ask them what the issue is and how long they can expect, or what's going on and what they're doing to rectify it. But if your rankings are improving, worry about running your business and let your SEO worry about doing SEO. And maybe other SEOs do this differently and promise stuff like traffic and conversions. I don't. I improve your ranking and that's it. And everything else is up to somebody else. So yeah, don't nag your SEO. Don't call them. Don't be expecting reports or links or any of that kind of crap, because it's not where your brain needs to be. Your brain needs to be on running and improving your business, and theirs needs to be on doing your SEO. If you make them show you links and stuff, they're going to be building stuff just for the sake of showing you, rather than doing what's best for your site and your business. So yeah, hopefully that answers that. And I didn't mean to go off on a bit of a tirade there, but I just don't want clients trying to micromanage me and be my boss, because that's not why I'm in this. Top 5 to-do list to get a local business into the fricking map pack. I don't know if the fricking map pack is the same as the regular map pack, but I'm just going to assume it is. I posted a nice long post about this recently. There's a link in the group. But basically you can go to superstarseo.com/how to rank in Google Maps or something like that. I don't remember the exact URL, but I'll leave that below. That'll give you the exact steps that you need. And if that's not in-depth enough, if you check back on July 6th, I have a course coming out specifically on this topic, on how to rank in Google Maps. So that should probably help you. But basically, it's the bare bones of it is to properly optimize your Google My Business, your citations, and your site. So hopefully that helps. What is the Google attribution tool? I don't know. High volume keywords or low volume keywords, which is better for doing SEO for get results on SERPs? That question doesn't make a lot of sense, because you can get results in SERPs with any type of keyword, high or low. If you mean what's easier, then again, it doesn't really matter. It's more about the competition than the volume. So, top 5 methods to acquire new SEO or web design clients. Again, I've kind of covered this already in the video. So it's going to be stuff like paid ads or cold email, cold calling, live events, and just being out there and ranking your site and putting out content and things like that to get you more visible. Also, if you're really into clients, there's going to be a webinar on Monday afternoon. That's June 26, 2017 at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to leave the link to that at the end of this video, as well as in the comments, or in the description. But we're going to have a top SEO expert from the United Kingdom on, and he's going to give us one of his top client getting methods. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a cheap plug. Make sure you watch that. I'll leave the link at the end, but since everybody seems to be interested in client getting today, that's definitely a method that you're going to want to look into and that you're going to want to do. And then, like I said, the others are cold email, cold calling, in-person events, like Chamber of Commerce and Meetup. There's paid advertising. There's LinkedIn. It's just think outside the box. Think about where people are. If you're determined to do outreach, that is, think about where people are and be where they are, and then tell them why you're awesome. Otherwise, make sure you're out there and making them come to you. And of course, referrals are always the best way to get things. And that's all the questions for today. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel below, or you can come join our Facebook group at superstarseo.com/Facebook and ask your questions, as well as get some nice discounts on some services and learn a whole bunch of stuff. If you're interested in the client getting webinar that I mentioned, you want to join us to Monday, June 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up for that at superstarseo.com/get-clients. If you want to check out the Google Map ranking blog post that I talked about, it's superstarseo.com/how to rank in Google Maps. Hopefully you don't make me type out or say all the dashes there, and you can just copy that. And if you want to sign up for the course, you can sign up at superstarseo.com/google-maps-course. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep your questions coming, and I'll keep the answers flowing. If you have anything else, feel free to drop me a line on Facebook, and we'll or in the comments here, and we'll get you taken care of. Have a great day.